What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So I just want to tell you guys some breaking news, and that is that the NBA has suspended Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid 3 games for his altercation with a Philadelphia columnist. So Sixers center Joel Embiid has been suspended for 3 games without pay for shoving Philadelphia Inquirer columnist Marcus Hayes in the team's locker room on Saturday, the NBA announced in a press release. So, head of basketball operations, Joe Dumars, said in a statement, quote, "Mutual respect is paramount to the relationship between players and media in the NBA. While we understand Joel was offended by the personal nature of the original version of the reporter's column, interactions must remain professional on both sides and can never turn physical." And this is appropriate. 3-game suspension. I don't have a problem with this. You know, I just want the NBA to be more consistent with how they assign punishment for quote unquote bad behavior, because as you all remember, what was it, the start of the year before last, I think it was, what was that, 2022-23? We saw what Draymond Green did to Jordan Poole, and he did not get suspended at all. No regular season games. I mean, I remember he sat out the rest of the preseason, but that wasn't an official suspension by the NBA or Golden State. You know? And at the end of the day, I just would like some consistency. That's all, just some consistency from the NBA. But, you know, yeah, I don't have a problem with this. I mean, it's going to hurt his pocketbook. But, well, I shouldn't say pocketbook. Hurt his pockets. Well, actually, some of these players do have pocketbooks. But it's going to hurt his pockets, but it's not going to break him or anything like that. And, you know, more than likely, he wasn't going to play those games anyway. So it's just more of a financial hit for him, a minor one. But at the end of the day, I don't blame Joel Embiid for what he did. I mean, I understand the NBA doing what they're doing because it's still wrong what he did, but I probably would have done the same damn thing. I know people saying, you know, you're supposed to keep your hands to yourself, and you do. You do. But I tell you this, either I would have done the same thing or I would have cussed out that reporter. And it was had to fire me. You know, I remember, who was it? Was it Rasheed Wallace? I know one of them players said in an interview that he used to set aside money every year for fines because he knew he was going to get fined for stuff, you know? But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't have a problem with what Joel Embiid did, man. And at the same time, I don't have a problem with what the NBA did as far as their suspension because, yeah, it was wrong what he did. But sometimes, man, and maybe I'm old-fashioned, but sometimes you do have to regulate people. I'm sorry, you do. That's part of why people act a fool now, because there's no repercussions for their actions. People run around here doing whatever they can to antagonize people, trolling people. Like look what they did to Travis Kelce, or was that Jason Kelce? I get them mixed up. Whatever one that is. Look what they did to Kelsey the other day when he was talking about his brother, right? He picked up, he got his phone, and he smashed that shit. Now, was it right for him to do that? No. Was it understandable? Yeah. We didn't see people going around, you know what I'm saying? You didn't see people going around excoriating him for what he did. Not really. Now, he apologized, but people are human beings. These athletes are human beings. At the end of the day, these fans and media, people in general, are getting more and more out of pocket. And I'm sorry, but this is just my opinion. Well, I'm not going to say what I got to say on here. I'll just say sometimes it takes more than just a stern look to get the message across to people. You know, back in the day, that type of behavior would have been taken care of, and that's why people didn't act the way they acted back then, because there was repercussions for people acting a fool. You know, social media has a lot of it's social media, and a lot of it's just the trend now for people to say, well, you know what? I don't want to go down. This ain't Patreon. This ain't Patreon, so I don't want to go down there. Let's just say, look, if somebody more or less in an article insinuated that I let down my dead brother because I'm not playing or I'm not performing to your expectations, mentioned my child when that had nothing to do with sports, I'm going to react a certain type of way too. And the thing is this, it wasn't, from what I can tell, maybe I'm wrong, but from what I can tell, this isn't a one-time thing. From what I could tell, he's had an issue with this reporter for a while. So this was something that culminated. So what I should say, those series of events culminated into what happened, whatever that happened the other day. Now, they said that he pushed him and put his hands on him. I mean, I'm still to the point where I want to see the video for myself, because I know that the Fourth Estate is a fraternity, and sometimes they could be, exaggerating things a little bit, but then again, Joel Embiid didn't protest it, so I guess it's accurate. But anyway, we'll see what happens, man. What you guys think?